Welcome back. Today's word is trust. We understand that the Bible tells us that we should trust the Lord with all of our heart. And we should lean not on our own understanding. And that in all our ways we should submit. And that our path will be made straight. But I believe that sometimes trust in God seems to be easier when everything is going well. You know, when you just seem to get your life together, like, I trust God. He got this, right? But trust in God is much more important when things are not going that well. I was recently reminded that maybe I should share some of the things that usually goes on with me, because sometimes when I speak of trust, maybe you think I'm just saying it because everything is going well in my life, but it's not always the case. There was a while ago, my son, he's 5 now, and he was going through some seizures. Now, at the time, I was supposed to lead a Bible studies and prayers. And my wife called me right when I was actually about to go. And she was frantic, and she was screaming like, oh my God, you know, he's lifeless. I don't know what's going on. Should I call the ambulance? Should I go to the hospital? And I just told her, where are you? She told me where she was, and it was just a few minutes from the hospital. And I said, go ahead, just take him to the hospital and I'll meet you there. And she hung up the phone. And at that moment, everything in my body wanted to just get in my car and just drive to exactly where my wife and son was. But then I just trusted God. I got an immediate relief from that anxiety, and I said, Lord, it is in your hands. So I went to the Bible study and prayer, and I led the prayers until I was finished, and then asked God, I think it's time for me to go. And by the grace of God, I went, and I saw my wife and I saw my son, and everything was well. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should just do exactly what I did, because I think sometimes you have to realize the level of faith that you have in God. And so I pray that you receive that faith to know and trust that God truly is in control of everything. Because at that moment for me, what could I have possibly done outside of the power of God? I know I couldn't. And so I'm praying that God give us all of that faith. God help us find that faith so we can trust in Him more and more. So that when we actually have difficulties in our lives, we can actually say, Lord, I trust you. Now, that was when I was away from my son and wife. Maybe next time I'll share with you when it actually happened, when I was there, when his seizure actually happened. And I'll share with you how God dealt with me at that moment when I was the one with my son going through what he was going through. But until then, be blessed, and I pray that you continue to trust in God. Shalom.